Hey everybody, how are there? I'm just gonna go ahead and just wait for everyone, and let me go ahead and share that the stream is already ready to go. All right, so let me grab the video here. All right, and let me go ahead and put that out. Hey everyone, I'm live now. Send. All right, we're just gonna wait for some people to come into this stream, and let me go ahead and make sure that this is good. And let's hope that this just isn't reversed. I hope it's not reversed. All right, let's just hope that some people come into there because I want to do this actually as a live stream here. Okay. Just waiting. Waiting for the world to change. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah. Sure, you can get a shout out, Corey. You can go ahead and also chat on the YouTube chat as well. I will be responding live. So, yeah, I will go ahead. And by the way, that came in from our Discord server. So, hey everybody, welcome to the live stream. I am very excited to have you here. My camera is a little bit lesser quality than I usually have, but that's just because this is my 720p camera, and that's fine. So, I'm just going to go ahead and start off with our presentation. Welcome to the weekly announcements. And first and foremost, is the text reversed on you, or is it the right way? Can you read the text? I kind of want to know. I'll wait for you guys to kind of tell me because I need to know if it looks good. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, go and like I said, just go. All right, good. And like I said, you can chat with me on both Discord and on the YouTube chat. That's fine. All right, so we have quite a few changes that we were going to be discussing, and I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. So, and if you have questions, just go ahead and ask them. I will be able to help you out. If Oh yeah, Dark Knight, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining us. It's great to have people here, and it's great to be able to actually interact with you live. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with this. So, welcome to our presentation. I'm going to go ahead and open up my presentation controls. There we are. All right, so I am very happy to let you all know that we're going to go over four things. We're going to go over a contest winner. Sorry, I can't even talk right now. We're going to go over a contest winner. We're going to go over some of our newer channels. We're going to give you a quick update on Mastercoder. And then we're going to also talk about Patreon changes. So we'll go ahead and get to these right here. And let's get to that right now. All right. So congratulations to Saito. His website is the one that won. Went through quite a bit, and I wanted to make a good decision. This one I liked a lot because it does show a lot of originality rather than just going for an actual like default blog. But it also conforms to good UX practices. So if you can see here, we can have well, I guess I can't put my hand in front of it. Go Ducky, thank you so much, Dark Knight. We have the blog posts were in card format, but they weren't raised, and I thought that was going to be a problem. But I like the contrast there. I also like the images that they use, so they kind of went for their audience there. Congratulations, Saito. Thank you, Muhammad El Arabi. All right, so then let's go over here and go to our new channels. Let's talk about that right there. All right, we made this for you. First and foremost, we created just a Flexes channel. I actually just decided to do that today, and I just wanted to give you kind of a place to brag about yourselves. And this is a way that you can just go ahead and talk about everything that you do. And that's just not just web design and development, although that's primarily what I expect to happen since that's what our server is about. But anything that you want to. I felt like this was a year or last 2 years, there's been a lot of disconnection between all of us. And there's a lot of criticism happening on almost any topic you can think of. And so I wanted to create a place where you can say, "Hey, I got this done," or "I did this proud thing," and the whole community can kind of say, "Congratulations, good job." If you were all under the age of 8, whatever, if you was said, "Hey, I just lost my first tooth," I would be throwing a party for you. That's how I kinda grew up. I am kind of every time my family would get together, it was always for something minor like that, and it made us closer. So, I wanted to do the same thing for this community. Alright, and so what are my future plans for channels? Well, I wanted to make a few other changes, and I wanna get your thoughts on this. I wanted to create a channel that kinda shows what the community thinks is the best out of all the flexes, so I wanted to kind of create a starboard. I could easily do that with our Ataja bot. I kinda had that in the beginning and add it to Flex. Um, that's true, yeah, go ahead and add my shout out to you, Corey. Um, but I wanted to talk a little bit about why we wanted to just get the well, sorry, I can't even talk. You got me off track again. All right, so we have the starboard I want to put up, and that will make it so it just shows things that 3 or more people have liked. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe more, maybe less, depending on how many people actually participate. I essentially, if more people participate, I'll have to make that threshold a little bit higher. But we'll make it right now just to start off with 3. I'm also thinking about making a separate channel for daily questions because a lot of people, or at least 2 people, said that they were getting pinged too much with these daily questions, and I wanted to know what you guys thought about that because the daily questions is going to still be a ping of everyone, but you could maybe mute that if you don't want to participate with that. The daily questions are mostly there just to get everyone talking and get a good conversation going. And so I wanted to kind of just get daily questions going there. Hmm. Well, James Good brings up a good point on their Discord server. He says that we could add a role for daily questions. However, I don't know if I like that because it makes it so that newer people would have to actively add that role, and they're less likely to do that. The whole idea is to get people encouraged and prodded to actually participate in a nice, gentle, not parental, but best friend kind of way. All right, so do I know C++ or sorry, he's talking to James. Never mind. All right, so let's go ahead and go on to do you, Ducky? I know C++ a little bit, but I also would be considered sub noob, meaning that I can't even get anything to compile without looking up the instructions online right now. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what's new with Master Coder. First and foremost, we wanted to remind you that the sign up is after the 1st of July of this year, 2021. We don't have any changes on the website yet, but that's probably because I'm in the process of actually recoding it myself. I'm going to be basing it off of Electron. That's the framework with that. And I am looking for anybody who wants to help with that, by the way. If you're interested, let me know either right now in chat or if you want to help out in general, just let me know in general, just at me or DM me, whatever. And I will go ahead and just, I might add you to the repository. I'll ask you what you want. And I wanted to just kind of get your feel on what you wanted to do. If you want to help out with the website, there's a lot of things I want to do with this. The website, I want to have that sign up for Master Coder, and I want to have kind of an interface for that so you can submit your projects, that kind of thing. I don't know if I'll get that done this time around. Master Coder will be a repeating thing, by the way. So if you're not able to participate this time around, you will be able to. But back to the website. I also want to make it so that we have a blog, which we already have. I want to make my own course, my own learning management system, so that we can make it work around what you want, and I don't have to worry about pricing. I can set up my own pricing if I want to in the future, but I don't have to bypass it with 5 or 6 things like I have to do with the plugin right now. And I can add a lot more elements to it, like, say, for example, I can have a course that's going to include live lectures. So, and that's something I'm really excited to do because I want to be able to have the ability to teach live as well. Um, so let's go ahead and talk about something else. What kinds of things would you teach? Okay, so I would probably first start off with just some basic 3-stack languages like the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript because we get that a lot. But I would also, since I have 2 specialties myself. I am a web security specialist, and I am also a UX specialist. That means that I have a greater amount of knowledge on how you keep your site secure, but that mostly applies to enterprise level apps. So, for example, I wouldn't say, hey, make sure that everyone accesses your site has a PGP key, that kind of thing. That's what I would do for enterprise level. And security is something I can definitely help out with. I would love to make a course that would be certified by the what is it called? Now I can't even think about it, but it's my certification that I have right now, and I have a book back there that I could look at. Give me a second. All right, so it is the CompTIA Security Plus certification. I want to kind of help out with that. That would be a really great certification for that, and but that's cool. And I also would love to be able to have the security as bogus. Yeah, that tends to be the case for a lot of toy websites. Security is something that you have to kind of make an entire plan for, and I'd go into details with that about the course because security isn't just a you put in a plugin and then make it secure because the first and foremost that plugin was made with a plan with a certain type of website in mind and that would make that happen. So, anyways, let's go ahead and I'll save some room to talk about that here at the end because I want to keep going. If you're interested, just DM me. If you're interested in helping out with the website, just DM me. All right. So the biggest thing I want to kind of announce for everybody is that I finally have an actual tangible perk for Patreons. Now, this perk will be applicable to level 2 or above. So that's a $10 level or above. And that is our server's private GitLab instance. It is hosted by Merlin. And we already have a pipeline that we've already created for a lot that applies to a lot of different projects. And it's a template that you can adjust for your own. And so this helps out with development operations to help you create automatic testing, deployment of databases, and there's a whole bunch of other things that Merlin can go into if you ever want to. He was the one that created that. It's working great for one of our previous projects that we no longer actually go into anymore. But that repository has been switched over, and I can get a big thank you to Merlin for both supporting it and for offering that to Patreons so that this can be something that you can get with a level 2 or above. So we will go ahead and have that. And by the way, you can have your repositories be private, which means they wouldn't be visible to others, or you can have them be public so that people can see them. They'd still need to sign into there. So people who want to be part of that, they will have their own sign in. So we'll work with you on what needs to happen. We're kind of learning how this is. And as more and more people come in and as more and more people tell us what they'd like from that, we'll add that type of thing. Maybe some things will be separated into higher tiers if it requires a significant amount of management and effort on our part. And I'm reserving that right because I don't want to volunteer Merlin for something that he hasn't agreed to. All right. So Now, I wanted to just kind of take this moment just to kind of wrap up what we just talked about. So we have our contest winner, and by the way, if you're wondering what this week's challenge is going to be, I'll be announcing that in over on the Discord server through our bot. Um, that way, all the information can be in one place, and you'll get used to how the bot's going to work. The bot is actually going to be the timer. It's going to be the announcer, and it's also going to let everybody know when the contest is ended. So you'll know if you can still submit something right away. So this will make it so that it works really well. By the way, good job, James. You actually added a lot of things I didn't ask for, but I totally am down for them. Like the idea of making it so it announces when the contest is over, making it so that yeah, that was great. So, would I be able to contact Merlin about that GitLab thing? Mr. Force, you'd probably first want to become a Patreon because that's only available to people who are at the Patreon level 2 or above. After that, you can contact us and ask us to help out with that. Yes, James did go all out on that, and he's been working very hard, hours every single day. A big shout out to James on that. And also a big shout out to Sticks for also helping us with the point spot. That's also something I'm going to announce. We are going to include a reward with this week's coding challenge, but not in the way that you're thinking. So we're going to be starting to give out points for winners, and this point system will be able to get you things like discounts on our shop where you have merchandise. And by the way, I have about 5 other designs that I'm going to release this week. All 2 of them are funny, one of them serious, and another 2 are just branding for the server. But they're going to be fully onto our shop on I think Friday is when I'm going to be deploying that. So on Friday, you'll have your ability to get that, and anything else that's currently on the shop, you can still get. But the points can be used for discounts or for just getting a free item on the shop. Just depends on how many points you have, and points can also be used for other things as well. But we're not going to go into what those are yet because right now we haven't really opened that up yet. So points are going to be awarded, and they're going to actually be able to get you tangible things, actual physical things that have to do with the server and with web design and development. So I'm going to open it up now for any other questions that we have before we go ahead and end the stream. Whether that be about what kinds of things we're going to do with the coding challenge, the points bot. Okay, Corey, you have a question. Go ahead and let me know what your question is. All right. Will there be intro to HTML code challenges? I haven't really decided on making introductory only challenges. I wanted to make them so that they're inclusive of both the new people and the advanced, but it's kind of hard to separate the two. I have toyed with the idea of making a beginner's challenge and an advanced challenge so that people can be in different tiers, but we'd have to have a lot more management to be able to do that. So I'm not saying never, but it would require a little bit more management and a little bit more manpower. What headphones do I have? I have the Arctis Pro. My wife gifted these to me well as almost every other peripheral that I have, and they're awesome. I love them. Will there be practice challenges? That's what challenges essentially are. Challenges aren't necessarily all about the winning; they're more about coming together. So I do actually allow collaborations now. Just keep in mind that if there's a reward with a collaboration, that's spread out amongst them. So if there's like a 5-point reward and there's 5 people, each person gets 1 point. That being said, I would recommend more than likely that you do want to collaborate because I will be making those prizes and these challenges a little bit more difficult as time goes on. And as I get to a certain point, I probably will add the introductory challenges as well. Got the game. Got the game deck? No, I do not have the game deck. I do not need the game deck. I just need the mixer. So no one, new people on the server. No, I don't say newbies because it sounds a little bit wrong when I say that word. Oculus Quest 2. I'm not sure. Oh, you're talking to each other. Okay, never mind. Yeah, Oculus Quest 2. I don't have that. Um, Sorry, I was reading comments over from Discord. That's sorry, that was there. Where could we make sure that we got all the requirements for the challenge skill based? So that's going to be on the announcements for a challenge. It's going to be in the description. There will be a title, topic, description, and prize, as well as a timer. Um, so when we go ahead and have that on there, you're going to have all the things that are really required for that. As far as the requirements for most of these challenges, I try to make them pretty open because there's a lot of different ways that you can actually develop for the web. I could make a PHP challenge pretty easily for myself, but not everybody likes that. And as far as Node, you guys could probably outmatch me any day. Sticks is a noob. Oh no, that's not what I want to say. Sticks, I'm reading a comment here. Ask him to make a Kiesh of rap. Oh gosh, I probably completely destroyed those words. Yeah, lunch sounds actually really good right now. So all right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap up here because I've got to get back to work here soon. But I really hope that you guys have really appreciated being able to have this. I love the live stream. Um, I love being able to talk with you live. Hopefully next week I'll be able to do this a little bit sooner. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is when I'm going to probably be available. A live stream could happen on any of those days, but this is just a lot easier for me. In case you're all wondering, the technology that I'm using for the overlay is actually just Prezi Video. And this makes it a lot easier for me to actually just have something without editing a whole bunch of stuff. Um, Ducky is amazing, engaged the viewers and community. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that a lot. I love being able to talk with people, especially since I am literally stuck at my house almost 24/7. Being a programmer, father, and being at 2020, 2021, where we are all stuck at home. About that, I want to tell everyone be safe. If you're feeling a little bit left out, if you're feeling like nobody cares, I want to tell you something that in Mr. Rogers style. You are important to me. You are my friend, and I treat you like my neighbor. And that's what I hope everybody on the server does too. Stay safe and enjoy the server and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me here today on today's stream. And I'll give us about 10 seconds so that that doesn't get cut off.